everyone back to Let's Play Sunrider, Mask of the Arcadius. Last time, we entered around the planet, I don't know, it starts with a V, Vera? Anyway, it's irrelevant. And we had an encounter with Ikari and some packed warships, which we blew up. And we actually also have a mission. The whole reason we're here is we have a mission from Mr. Metals, or Admiral Gray, to go rescue some diplomats. However, Ikari seems to have told us that her mission is slightly different. Sure. We'll see about that. I see. Okay, so instead of actually coming in a shuttle, where we can put them inside of the armored hull of the Sunrider, and then simply warp out, they're going to escape on basically a cruise liner. Yay. Because that's a good idea. We're just going to take a cruise liner into the middle of a naval battle. It's effectively what they're doing. Range to escape on the civilian liner. Agamenon? Okay. You do realize there also probably is an international law that prohibits PAC from shooting at you, but they're not exactly going to follow that now, are they? You can probably skip a few formalities here. Especially if I'm assuming that if you die, Admiral Gray will do one of two things. He'll either promote your death to try and spark the war, or if that doesn't work, he'll be ordered to cover it up. Yeah. Also the fact, if I was in the diplomat's position, you know, I would honestly be willing to throw out the rule if it meant my survival. Especially because survival doesn't necessarily look good in this scenario. Okay, we actually have a plot button here. Now, one thing I do remember from last time...
Welcome to Research and Development.
Yeah, I don't have any money.
Thank you, Captain. Come again soon.
One thing I do remember from attempting the escort mission last time is it's actually very long. So, yes. Oops. Let's go advance the plot, shall we? This will probably be a two-part episode. Just so you're aware. Ah, Versta, that's where we are. PAC spy, possibly. Although, with hindsight in mind, considering I've played this section of the game before, I actually I actually know quite a bit as to why. Also, it seems my lights aren't working. You know, I let you out of your cage so that you wouldn't do something like this to me. Huh. I imagine if she actually did want to do that, she would have done it by now. I'm told a little over 1 million. But considering the planet has a population of, I think, over 1 billion, like 3.4 billion people, that's less than 1% of the total population. Well, no. 1% of 1 billion would be... a million, right? Well, no. 10% would be 100 million. Don't mind the music in the background. I'm doing math. So, 1 billion people, 100 million is 10%. So that would mean 10 million is... yeah, 10 million is 1%. Right, or do I have the math wrong? No, I have it right. So that means 1 million people is 1/10 of the percentage. Because you need, well, it's 100th. No, it is 1/10. Because you need 100, you need 1,000. 1,000 million. You need to put 4 zeros behind 1 million to get 1 billion. And there's 4 billion. So, yeah. It's actually a really small percentage. Also, you won't be able to manipulate me. I'm actually curious myself. She's holding a plush raccoon by the looks of it. I mean, unless Kato is trained in hand-to-hand combat, I don't imagine this is going to go over very well. I would appreciate if you took a few steps back, friend. Well, then she slits her throat and then takes her phoenix and leaves. Well, yeah, I figured as much. That's what you said earlier. I mean, yeah, the military probably knows that. But good luck convincing the politicians that. Especially because it's the politicians who will take the fire first. That is true, but you could also argue that those neutral planets who have not been conquered will simply become battlegrounds. in more harsh fighting than it would have been had they simply surrendered on their own. Well, I think it's rather obvious, but we'll probably ask it anyway. Yeah. See, that's they're trying to get around the Solar Congress's slowness. Right, he's gonna send the Sunrider here officially, and unofficially send Ikari to ensure they get spaced. Indeed, however, think of it this way. If, let's say, the diplomats are killed, we're going to assume that the Alliance immediately declares war and then advances into the Neutral Rim. The Neutral Rim may not appreciate the Alliance coming into the Neutral Rim and may fight them themselves, and then you have the Alliance having to bomb these neutral planets. I can understand what she's after, and I think even in the last video I was more leaning towards it as the better military option. But after thinking about it more, that strategy only works if the remaining Neutral Rim planets actually want to be helped by the Alliance. And also if Pact will defend them. It's also possible the Alliance simply sits on its border, gathers a massive force, and then just tries to roll over everything. That doesn't necessarily help the Neutral Rim, who are effectively sitting in no man's land, just waiting to be bombed. It really doesn't matter what color the boat is. That's kind of the problem with this sort of decision, is there's more to it than just this. I don't actually know. It just makes the choice for me. Oh, it does. I'm told I can mouse scroll up? Oh, cool! I actually found that out when I pressed F1 by accident. That I could, instead of reloading, because I actually want to escort the diplomats, and I don't remember where I make that choice. Oh! Huh. Where were you hiding that? Oh, hi. Were you there the whole time? If you were there the whole time, why didn't you intervene sooner? Yeah, what is the status? Oh, I figured her rider actually did that for her. Done. Where's their break? I actually, know that sound for something a little different. It spooked me. Collision alarm. Okay. So, oh, I think it's working again. So, for the second episode in a row, we've had, audio problems. So, I will quickly, repeat myself once again. The whole reason why they actually had to, use this civilian liner is because they decided it was the bright idea to bring 600 children with them. Because they thought they would be noble and evacuate and save the children. Yet there's a very real possibility they simply get blown out of the air, out of space, either because Pac doesn't know they have children on board, or they simply don't care. So, we're gonna move the transport. Our objective is to bring it to the far right side of the map. However, we're just gonna put it way out over here until I'm ready to move it.
The Sunrider is at your disposal, Captain.
Again, this is probably going to be a two-part episode.
We will engage the enemy face to face.
Ready to roll. Go, go, go! You're watching over me, Captain?
I honestly kind of want Chigara over here.
Please don't move me too far away, Captain.
Countermeasure successful. The Sunrider is at your disposal, Captain.
Alright, we're gonna lose a... Oops. 22 to hit with that. Lose a pulse.
The attack is successful.
What do you need, Captain?
You can also lose a pulse at him.
Devastation at the speed of light. More where that came from.
Alright, our turn is over.
The enemy has missed.
Oh, good! Oi, no shooting at the transport.
Our hull is holding. Our hull is holding. Our hull is holding.
Alright. You get out of here.
You're watching over me, Captain? Ooh, thank you. What do you need, Captain? Go, go, go!
Actually, stay there.
The Sunrider is at your disposal, Captain. Forward!
Put Sunrider there. Hose this dude down. Sure.
Commencing fire.
This will definitely kill him.
The hit is solid.
All but one. Not bad.
Ready to roll.
Alright, we have accuracy up. Let's delete this guy.
Pew, pew, pew. Justice served.
Oh yeah, we can go ahead and shoot at him.
Clearing the road.
It'll attract a little bit of aggro.
All for one and one for all.
Another game mechanic is packed aggro versus standard aggro. Normal enemy units aggro is based on accuracy for the most part. So their likelihood to hit, they'll shoot at whatever they have the most likely to deal damage to, and I think a few other things. Packs actually has an aggression control factor. As in, they'll shoot at whoever is generating the most heat, if you will. So whoever's shooting at them the most, they'll prioritize. Even if it's not the best shot.
It appears your luck is holding, Captain.
It's not,
Hard to port.
always guaranteed, as you saw they shot the transport earlier.
Our hull is beginning to fracture. Our hull is beginning to fracture. Warp signatures detected. More enemies.
Alright.
At your command.
Okay, I want to put as much space between the transports and them. So I think stepping up 2 tiles, it puts us in a vulnerability, but actually we'll just step up 1 tile.
We will engage the enemy
Ready?
face to face.
Go, go,
Oh,
go!
you were there, Captain. I'm moving forward.
Restack the attack buff, or accuracy buff.
Our coordinated defenses are working. At your command.
Alright. We will engage in kinetic warfare with the bomber.
Fire safe. The attack is successful.
And we'll just fire point defense weapons.
Fire flak. Take them out. The attack is successful.
Blackjack, good to go.
Fire pulse at this guy.
I'm a firing my laser! Attack successful. That's gotta hurt.
This guy's the bigger threat.
Clearing the road.
To the transport, that is.
Attack successful. That's gotta hurt.
I think I was a 45 to hit, and I hit, what, 7 out of 10?
Our hull is beginning to fracture. Sections 32, 60, and 2 have been compromised.
Don't worry, I'm still A-okay.
You can see the aggro's getting split a little bit.
32, 60, and 2 have been compromised.
Probably didn't do as good job as I could have
The enemy missed.
at explaining how the aggro system worked, but effectively Pact
Don't worry, I'm still A-okay.
Pact and any other hostiles we could be fighting actually have a different algorithm for how the AI acts.
Hard to port.
But good, we did intercept that rocket. I was a little concerned about that.
Oh, you were there, Captain?
Our systems have been enhanced, Captain. The Sunrider is at your disposal, Captain.
On the one hand, I want to get closer to these guys. Yeah, we'll close up one more
We
tile.
will engage the enemy face to
So
face.
I'm moving forward.
Aye, forward and onward.
Fling pulse at this guy.
Pew, pew, pew. Score one for the good guys.
Assault.
Let's give them hell, Captain. Score one for the good guys.
I think I went 10 for 10 there. Might be 12 shots.
Systems are green.
We'll engage in kinetic warfare with this one.
Initiating shot. The attack is successful.
Flak this one.
Firing ordnance. On target.
Wow, I think that was 14 for 14.
What can I do for you, Mom Capitan?
Our hull is holding.
Yeah, I'm not that scared of their lasers.
Blackjack's still holding strong. Blackjack's still holding
I'll
strong.
repair whoever they fling the missiles at. Blackjack.
Blackjack's still holding strong.
Ambush! New enemies have joined the battle.
Oh, you were there, Captain?
Thanks for the assist. Now it's my turn. I hear ya loud and
Alright, I don't want to get that much closer to these guys.
Yes, Captain.
We're going to engage in kinetic fisticuffs, though.
All cannons fire. The enemy has taken damage. Fire safe. The attack is successful.
I hear ya loud and clear.
We're going to fire 2 pulse at the bomber.
Gonna light this place up.
He has missiles.
Attack successful. That's gotta hurt.
Although I think they just brought missile frigates in. I probably should have fired at him instead. Her laser would not have been enough for one shot.
I'm a firing my laser. Score one for the good
It was
guys.
8 for 8, not bad.
Yes, Captain?
All systems are green. fracture. Our hull is beginning to fracture. Sections 32, 60, and 2 have been compromised. Sections 32, 60, and 2 have been compromised. Sections 32, 60, and 2 have been compromised.
Okay, that's at the Sunrider.
All breaches on deck 0.
Oh, hi. She is. But I can also say so are you. Alright, only 300 hit points. Probably skewer her with
What
missiles.
do you need, Captain?
First, let's deal with what's in front of us. We're gonna fling a laser. Actually, I'm gonna use an order. We haven't seen one of these yet in this playthrough. We're gonna go full forward. I think, does Sunrider still have the buff?
The
No.
Sunrider awaits
How can I
orders.
help?
I'm
The reason
here.
why I was checking is if you have a buff already, full forward doesn't really work on that particular unit. Oh yeah, I also buffed the transport, but it doesn't have any weapons. So, laser.
Gonna light this place up. Justice served.
Alright, we're gonna engage with kinetic.
Let's give him hell, Captain.
Our little assault rifles.
All for one and one for all.
That worked quite well.
At your command.
Shall I compute something for you?
Countermeasure successful. All systems are green.
Alright, first we're going to blow up this cruiser.
All systems on target.
And we're gonna put a hole in this one.
Initiating shot. We have struck the enemy.
Okay, that's our turn.
Our hull is holding. Our hull is beginning to fracture. Our hull is beginning to fracture. Our hull is beginning to fracture.
Oh, he didn't fire. Interesting.
Sections 32, 60, and 2 have been compromised.
It is a little concerning.
Yes, Captain.
But, I have to obliterate some units.
Firing order. The attack is successful. Initiating shot. On target.
Ready to roll.
We'll just loose a missile at her.
Fly, my children. Aha! I did it!
And we'll fire a normal laser at the missile boat. Yes.
Gonna light this place up. Attack successful. That's gotta hurt.
And Chigara can go ahead and fling lasers at Phoenix there.
Oh, I hit the enemy.
You did. And Phoenix did not explode. You can go ahead and skewer this one too.
I hope this hits.
Because they're actually getting a little too close.
I'm glad that's over.
Now, yes, by me having her fling lasers, Liberty is actually attracting aggro. So I have to be a little careful that she doesn't get skewered. But I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. So again, Phoenix seems to hate Pact, but she's fighting alongside them, so I'm trying to figure out where your allegiances lie.
Hull breach is on deck 0.
They also seem to have run out of friends.
The Sunrider is at your disposal, Captain.
How unfortunate for them.
Firing. The enemy has taken damage.
Shall I compute something for you? I hope this hits. I hit.
I'll let Chigara finish this.
This is my least favorite part.
Oh, I totally forgot about the whole
Oh, I hit the enemy.
trying to mitigate repair costs thing. I don't think Sunrider took an overly amount of 900. That is a little bit of money I could have saved by yeah, it was $59 I could have saved. Oh well. Oh well. I got more command than I would have otherwise. Now for a cutscene I actually haven't seen before, because if you remember last time we went through this, I couldn't actually beat this mission. I do! I blew up your rider! Chigara blew up your rider! Huh. Oh, Ikari may be having a flashback of her own? Probably couldn't do it. We're not in a position to be choosy. Note, I'll go ahead and see everyone next time for whatever happens next. We'll see you then.